Do you have pets? Do you like dogs? Do you like dogs?
I'm a pet lover. I'm a dog lover.
I actually do love dogs, and I feel like apart from normal security, they're about maybe the best form of security when they're more than one. So I remember this compound growing up, they had like 8 dogs.
8?
8, man.
That's too much.
No, it's not too much.
No,
You need to. This dude was where he was the #1 guy on the street. It was a very long street. It was like 3 streets together. Dude was #1 guy. He had a Pontiac then, and his Pontiac had a fridge in it. It was a big boy. It was a big boy then. Man, you need to see the compound. The house was on the ground, so it was. So that was big then. It was like past in the night. Like you went, you walked past.
The noise.
The back is so it would tell you whatever.
Why bring this up? So Lagos State had a meeting yesterday, and they're trying to push a bill where the laws that are going to be around the keeping of animals or pets in your home, you're going to have a license very soon to keep those. Not just that, they're going to have an investigating unit that's going to perhaps make inspections in houses to see whether you're keeping up with the laws for this pet. What's it called? I can't remember. There used to be a dog act, a dog law from 2015, by the way. But that's going to be repealed by this new law. You're going to need licensing, you're going to need inspections and all of that. And I'm wondering whether everybody's ready for that yet. Normally, in a civilized climate, you ought to have a license to keep an animal.
I was going to say that myself, because there are associations like the NSPCA in the UK, where it's about making sure that animals are kept in a good environment. There has to be specifications for the cage size, ventilation, the position, noise pollution, all sorts of things like that. But
so it's a good thing, yeah?
It is.
So okay, so this is me now. I want to think differently. I'm like, it's okay. It's what a civilized society should have. One of those bylaws, one of those many. But aren't there more pressing matters? Far more like when I mean far, I mean like far more. Like when I mean far. So this is like on a scale of preference. This is like 92 when we are still at #1. Seriously, like it's
I didn't want to be the one to say, but that was exactly the same.
There are 2002 other things we need to sort out. Okay, so on my street recently, over the past week, I just saw some solar lighting just come up from nowhere, and I was pleased. I was happy. Like at night now, and it's solar lighting, so they start fading once day comes out. And then once it gets to night, you just see it. It starts getting bright and all that. And it was cool. Security issues and it was very high. So it's going to be harder to vandalize. Do you understand? So I feel like 1,001 much more pressing issues.
But my issue is, I think it's about being more humane. If you can treat, at least we know we don't really even treat ourselves very well, but let's start by treating our pets well. Really, let's start by treating. And the reason why I'm saying that is how
people don't treat pets well.
We don't really have conscious. We don't consciously treat animals well in Nigeria. I've seen videos of people tying their dogs up and
okay, so you know
even come on rats.
It's terrible.
Not really. Okay, so yes, there's been a high increase of even guys now. I see guys do walk dogs now much more than I see now. Yes,
but that's also.
So really, if you can treat animals well, then eventually we start treating ourselves better. That's how I feel about it.
But you were going as far as having a pet, and I feel like normally you should be more. You should have a high proclivity towards taking care of that pet.
Some pets don't even get fed more than 3 times a week. They're left to go out on their own and find food from wherever they can find it. They get sick and they don't get treatment. Fine. Obviously, the Nigerian adults are getting sick and they don't get they don't go and treat themselves. But truth is, if eventually we are given a standard to go by, we can eventually raise our humanity level. That's the way I see it.
Okay, yeah, I see. I know when I look at this, and I'm like, okay, so yesterday I went to see someone, and then there was this what's the name of this white small Lhasa.
Yeah, or is it?
Okay, so they have different levels. There's a
okay.
So this one was very so friendly. So they hooked up everything that had it. And even it was tight. It was cool. Yeah, it was so cute. I was like, who would want to mistreat something like this?
Apparently, a lot of people. A lot of people we're just not that kind of we're just not that kind of people.
Actually,
the main reason why people keep dogs is for security. You said that in the first place. So the thought of treating them humanely is not the first thing on their mind. They're like, just take care of me and my family. If you hear noise back, that's what I want you for. If you want to feed you one today, I don't pet you. They don't deliver any emotional, toward that dog. It's just simply, for security. It's a piece of property as far as they're concerned.
So one reason why our family hasn't even got pets is because I believe we do not as you know, as well-meaning as we are, we don't have the means to take care of them with all the love and care that those animals need. That's why we don't have them. So if you know you don't have that,
I think that's also the reason why I don't have 2 dogs or 3 yet, because I'm not going to get only one. I'm not going to get only one. So I think first of all you need to have a space where you need to have a place whereby if they do, because they won't mess it up, you have to have the means to clean. I have to be more available around when you're raising a pet.
Going on, what's on your list for real quick now? What's on your list for the things that the government should actually be looking to do instead of actually focusing on pets and parastatals that investigate whether you have just one?
Where do we start? Maybe let's start with roads. I wish
roads, fine.
Yeah, I feel like maybe we're doing too many roads at the same time.
Yeah, and that's causing us problems.
That's causing so much traffic. And sometimes the road just. I guess there's someone left via 6:30. I was on the main line in 1 hour. I was shocked. I was like, how did you do it? But there are some other times. I mean, Sunday morning, I'm somewhere on Mobalaji Bank. Anthony, we're on the way to church by 8 a.m. It was a standstill for like 30 minutes.
Titi, what would yours be?
Yeah, education.
Education
for children, the standard of education and the standard of education the teachers get in order to teach these kids. Because it feels like going to be a teacher now has become the job you go and do when you don't get any other job.
Tell you what mine would be.
What?
And I'm the last person here. Mine would be simple. Please just take care of the noise pollution.
No,
Especially on Sunday mornings.
Do you know I wanted to mention that thing?
And
I wanted to mention that, but I feel like with roads and we can manage noise pollution. There's that agency like, how you should be on speed dial. Oh God, she didn't Number 2,
you are a snitch.
I will call you out.
Let's go bring more inside up with Nigeria here. So do stay tuned. And hey, I can't wait to see what Tuckwell's cooking. Oh no, not Tuckwell. We've got a chef in the studio.